Hello boys and girls, today's lesson is called Area of Shapes Made from Rectangles. We will be working in our Jump Math 6.2 book on pages 102 and 103. Your learning target for today is, I can find the area of shapes made from rectangles. This is going to be very similar to our lesson on area. However, this time we have more complex shapes. Let's take a look at these three shapes. Draw the line that divides these composite shapes into two rectangles. Let's look at this shape first. Draw a line with your finger on the screen to divide that shape into two rectangles. That's right. You could divide the shape right there. Let's look at this shape next. There are two places you could divide this rectangle. You could either divide it here, so you have one rectangle that's 2 by 3, and another that's 4 by 1, or you could divide it horizontally. One rectangle that's 3 by 1, and another that's 7 by 1. Finally, our third shape could be divided in a couple of different ways as well. But if we want to stick to dividing it into two rectangles, we would draw our line right there. We will be working in our Jump Math book, dividing composite shapes into different rectangles, and then calculating the area of those rectangles. Question 1 on page 102 says, calculate the area of each polygon. Then, draw a line to show how polygon C can be divided into rectangles A and B. Let's try part 1 together. We have rectangles A and B. When those two are put together, we have shape C. You can see here is rectangle A and then rectangle B. So, the area of rectangle A is length times width. 4 squares by 2 squares equals 8 squares. Now we don't have units for these shapes, so don't worry about the units for this question. Rectangle B is 2 by 2. The area is 4 square units. The area of C is simply the area of B plus the area of A plus the area of B. So 8 plus 4 equals 12. These shapes are small enough that we could count the squares to verify our answer. Here I can see that yes, there are 8 squares, 4 squares here, and a total of 12 squares in shape C. Now I would like you to try part 2, 3, and 4. Question 2 says, draw a line to divide the polygon into two rectangles. Use the areas of the rectangles to find the total area of the polygon. Now note there are many measurements listed on these shapes. You will not need to use all of these measurements, but you will need to find the correct ones for how you have divided the shape. Often there is more than one way to complete each question. Let's take a look at part A. So I see two different ways that we could divide this shape. I am going to divide this shape like this. So we can see that one rectangle has a length of 7 and a width of 4. So the area of that rectangle is 7 times 4 is 28 millimeters squared. Our second rectangle, we can see, has a width of 4 and a length of 4. The area is 4 times 4, or 16 millimeters squared. That means that the total area is 28 plus 16 8 plus 6 is 14. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 44. So the total area is 44 millimeters squared. Now, you would come to the same area if you divided this shape like that. You would simply have 8 times 4 and 3 times 4. Please try B and C on your own. Let's look at question 3 on page 103. Part A says, a building is 8 stories high. Here we can see the total height of this building is 8 stories. The wing is 5 stories high. How many stories high is the tower? So this is the distance we are looking for. We know that this distance here is 5 stories. You can see if you slid this over, it's the same as this distance here. So the total is 8. The wing is 5 high. What is the difference? That will tell us how many stories high the tower is. 8 minus 5 is 3. So the tower is 3 stories high. You can think of it like 5 plus 3 equals the total of 8 stories. I will read part B to you, and then I would like you to try it on your own. The tower of a building is 10 meters wide. The base is 50 meters wide. How wide is the wing? Question 4. Find the missing side lengths. Divide the polygon into 2 rectangles and find their areas. Then find the total area of the polygon. All right, let's try part A together. I can see that one of our missing sides is this vertical side right here. I can see that the total is 6 and this portion is 4. So I know the difference will tell me what's left. 6 minus 4 is 2. So this side is equal to 2 meters. You can see that the base of this shape is 6 meters and the top portion, small portion, is 2 meters. That means, again, that the difference will tell us what's left. 6 minus 2 is equal to 4. Let's call this top rectangle, rectangle 1. This rectangle is 2 meters by 2 meters. The area is then 2 times 2 is equal to 4 meters squared. That means rectangle 2 is the bottom bigger rectangle, and its dimensions are 6 by 4. 6 times 4 equals 24 meters squared. Our total area is the sum of 24 and 4. 24 plus 4 equals 28 meters squared. Please try B on your own. Question 5, 6, and 7 are optional. Please complete these questions if you would like an additional challenge, or if I get in touch with you and ask you to give these a try. That is all for today. Have a great day.